Hi, my friends. Couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to handle entrepreneurship to school students of plus one, plus two in the CBSE stream. That gave an opportunity for me to go into the details of the spirit of being on your own. I recall a quotation of Peter Drucker. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The best way to predict the future is to create it. I had the opportunity to read a lot of research papers on entrepreneurship. And the last 2 years of the COVID-19 lockdown has created such an opportunity for people. On one side, we suffered a lot. But the other side, the flip side of it is, it has given an opportunity to think and redesign our own life. A lot of changes have taken place in their career. People got used to working from home, less travel, more responsibility, right? And even the companies got adjusted to the culture of working from home. I happened to meet a couple of executives who took the opportunity of the COVID-19 to redesign their own future. I interviewed one Sriram. Well, I was in a small little religious function and I met this person after a very long time, and he said he resigned his job from a reputed multinational company about 2 years ago and is on his own. I just took my camera and shot about 5 minutes of video. Listen to him.
Hi friends, so let me first introduce myself. My name is Sriram, basically from Chennai, and I bring in about 32 years of corporate experience with me. I have worked in various companies, right from Thermax to Ingersoll Rand. I also served at a short stint in Dubai. So I bring in more of project sales and service background experience. And last year I came out of my corporate world to do something on my own. So I'm happy to share one of the assignment which I recently completed with wherein the assignment goes like this, that the service business had to be grown from X to Y. So this was an assignment given by the MD CEO, and so I started working with the team to understand where the gap is. So we went back to the drawing board to find out where exactly is the problem. So the first problem which I realized was, the goals and metrics were not defined properly at the leadership level and also down to the team. So as part of my first assignment to drive this service business growth, I had to set right the goals and metrics. So which I spent about 1 to 2 months with leadership team to understand what are the key KPIs required and what will fetch them the required growth. So this assignment was completed in about 2 months time after a lot of deliberation with the team. The second step which I had to take was to work with the team very closely every week to understand their day-to-day operation problems, the challenges. And so I found a huge gap in many of the processes in terms of how a review meeting has to be done. It starts from there. So how a review meeting to be done, what are the key questions to be asked to the team by the leader. I saw a lot of gaps here. Number 2 was also the voice of customer. So what exactly was the customer thinking about this company and the product? So we had to do a VOC, voice of customer survey, and there I saw a lot of gaps and also various inputs from various stakeholders. I took all these inputs and went back to them to work out a service strategy on how we can close the gap between what the MD and CEO was thinking and what the market was thinking. So this was a huge gap which I had to step in and plug. So it called for a lot of discussions, reviews, brainstorming session with the leadership team, and this process also was completed on every week basis. The ideas were infused. We took a lot of ideas from the team also, and so this was another area where I had to focus. The third one also was the incentives and recognition for the employees. So for the work what they do. So I had to work out the incentive schemes and the various things to motivate them to do more. So with this, a few steps which I had to take, I saw the results, pouring in, and I made each one accountable for their, individual task. And you'll be surprised that the business grew. This was, a medium-sized company with a turnover about 15 crores, where the service was contributed about 70 lakhs, and this grew from 70 lakhs to close to about 2 crore in a year's time. So I think there's a lot of lessons learned personally for me and also for the company. And this year we plan to double the business, take it to about 3.5 crores. So this is my next assignment, and it's also a lot of learning curve for me, and I'm spending a lot. I'm happy with what I'm doing now. Thank you.
This transition from the 80 lakhs service revenue to 2 crores, how much time it took for you to achieve this from 80 lakhs to 2 crores?
So it started from June 21, and by March 22 we were able to complete this task.
Okay. You don't need to disclose the name of this company.
Yeah.
But what is the total number of people working for this company?
So currently the service strength is about close to 15 people are there.
15, 1-5.
1-5.
So it's a small group of 15
Yes,
people.
yes.
It's a service-based industry.
Yes, sales and service.
Sales and service, but they are not making any product, not a production unit.
No, they have a factory. They have a manufacturing facility.
Okay. How did you get the people involvement into this?
Yeah. So people involvement, it took some time for me initially to build the trust, at my level, because I am an external consultant. It took some time for me to build the trust. But then when I told them that you do this and this is how it's going to enhance your career, your skill set, your growth, because I also give them a lot of visibility also. Because in these review meetings, what I did was, to creating the visibility. So why this is done? What is the purpose of, doing this review? And like I said, I also started, implementing the incentives schemes, where you do this, you are getting rewarded for this. So I think with these interactions, so I was able to build the trust and confidence with the team, and then achieve the results.
Where did you draw these expertise from? Where were you working?
So like I said earlier in my introduction, I worked with a company called Ingersoll Rand. I served as the country head, and there I was managing close to about 300 plus team members, and I was driving the P&L for the last 5 years. I think that stint gave me a lot of exposure and how a business is to be conducted at the leadership level, at the managerial level, and even you go down to an engineering level, the field guys. I think this is how I was running it, and that experience gave me a lot of inputs for me to support this company where I had consulted.
Thank you, Sriram. Thanks for sharing this wonderful thing. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
I'm sure you enjoyed this. Ask yourself, what's your talent? What's your knowledge, domain knowledge, skill, your experience? And ask yourself the question, am I in the right platform, best suited for my ability? Am I exploiting the opportunities that is in front of me? There is always a risk of being on your own, but of late, whether you are in an employment or you are on your own, the risk is the same. There is no such thing as a permanent job. If you have worked hard, why not you work on your own? Think about this. See you in the next episode. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and press the bell button. All the best.